Picture a midday sun, relentless and heavy, beating down on the vast expanse of the African savanna. Every creature with a survival instinct has long since retreated into the shade, waiting for the killing heat to pass. But in the shimmering distance, a lone figure is moving. It isn't a cheetah or a lion. Those masters of speed are panting in the shadows, their bodies nearing a thermal breaking point. The figure is human. He is not sprinting. He is not even moving particularly fast. He is simply, impossibly, refusing to stop. For a long time, we have told ourselves a story about human survival that centers entirely on our brains. We believe we conquered the world because we were the smartest, because we learned to sharpen stones and harness fire. But there is a glaring hole in that logic. Before we had the luxury of complex tools, we had to survive the most dangerous environment on Earth with nothing but our bodies. In a world of claws, fangs, and blinding speed, a naked, slow-moving ape should have been an evolutionary footnote. If you were to line up a human against almost any other mammal for a 100-meter dash, we would lose. A common house cat can outrun the fastest Olympic sprinter, but if you change the distance of that race from 100 meters to 20 miles, and you hold it on a day when the mercury is rising, the entire hierarchy of the animal kingdom flips upside down. Suddenly, the human is no longer the victim. We are the most terrifying pursuit predator on the planet. This is the secret of the persistence hunt. In the Kalahari Desert, the Sand People have practiced a form of hunting for millennia that defies our modern understanding of athleticism. They don't outrun the antelope, they out-endure it. They track a kudu for hours, never letting it rest, never letting it cool down. Eventually, the animal's heart simply gives out, or its muscles seize from heat stroke. It isn't a victory of strength, but a victory of biological engineering. To understand how we do this, we have to look at the peculiar architecture of the human frame. Every inch of us is designed for a task we have largely forgotten. Take the Achilles tendon, for example. Great apes don't have a long, springy Achilles. They have short, thick ones meant for climbing. Ours acts like a literal pogo stick, storing energy on impact and releasing it to propel us forward for free. We are the only primates who possess this mechanism. Then there is the nuchal ligament, a tiny cord in the back of your neck. It exists for one reason: to keep your head from bobbing while you run. You don't need it to walk, and you certainly don't need it to sit at a desk. But if you are chasing a gazelle across broken terrain, that ligament is what allows your eyes to stay fixed on the horizon while your body barrels through the brush. It is a signature of our predatory past, etched into our anatomy. But the most profound advantage we have isn't found in our bones or tendons. It is found in our skin. Almost every other mammal on Earth breathes and cools itself through its mouth. A dog can only pant. But there is a fatal flaw in panting. An animal cannot pant effectively while it is galloping. The two motions conflict. This means that for a horse or a cheetah, heat is a ticking clock. The faster they run, the faster they overheat, and they cannot stop to cool down without letting their prey escape. Humans solved this problem by becoming the leaky ape. We traded our fur for millions of eccrine sweat glands. We are the only mammals that can dump massive amounts of heat through our skin while moving at full capacity. We don't have to stop to breathe. We can gallop and cool simultaneously. In the theater of evolution, this gave us the ultimate cheat code. We became the only creature that could stay active when the sun was at its most lethal. This ability to run for hours didn't just put meat on the table, it actually built the modern human brain. For decades, anthropologists wondered how our ancestors' brains grew so large so quickly. The expensive tissue hypothesis suggests that as we became elite long-distance runners, we gained access to high-protein, high-fat marrow and meat. This surplus of calories fueled the most energy-hungry organ in the known universe. We literally ran our way into intelligence. Yet there is a strange paradox in our modern world. We have reached a point where we no longer have to run to survive. We have built a world of chairs, cars, and convenience. But our biology hasn't received the memo. Our bodies are still expecting the hunt. When we stop moving, the very systems that were designed to keep us alive begin to turn against us. The diseases of civilization, heart disease, diabetes, depression, are often just the symptoms of a high-performance machine being left to rust in a garage. But there is a surprising discovery hidden in the chemistry of the run. When you push your body past the point of comfort, your brain begins to produce a cocktail of endocannabinoids and BDNF, a protein that acts like Miracle-Gro for your neurons. This isn't just the runner's high we hear about. It is an ancient reward system. Evolution didn't want us to hate the hunt. It wanted us to love it. It made running feel like a religious experience so that we wouldn't give up. This implies that running isn't just a sport or a way to burn calories. It is a fundamental part of what it means to be a human being. When you feel that rhythmic strike of your feet against the earth, you aren't just exercising. You are tapping into a lineage that stretches back 2 million years. You are using the tools that saved our species from extinction. You are doing the very thing you were designed to do. We often look at the elite marathoner or the mountain runner and think of them as superhuman, as outliers of our species. But the science suggests the exact opposite. They aren't the exceptions. They are the standard. The rest of us are simply living in a state of self-imposed dormancy. We were not born to sit in cubicles or stare at screens. We were born to move, to sweat, and to chase the horizon. So the next time you see a person running down a city street or a quiet trail, don't just see an athlete. See a survivor. See the descendant of the only creature that refused to stop when the sun turned the world into an oven. We are the slow, steady persistence predators of the primate world. We are the runners who never gave up. And as long as we keep moving, our story is far from over. The secret of our survival isn't hidden in a laboratory or a computer chip. It is written in the soles of your feet and the rhythm of your heart. You were born to run. And somewhere deep in your DNA, you still know exactly how to do it. All you have to do is step outside and remember who you really are.